Let me ask you something, gents. Have you ever seen a man so unbothered, so quietly confident, that people can't decide whether to fear him or follow him? That's a Sigma male. The man who walks into a room without saying a word, yet somehow everyone knows he's there. The one who doesn't need to sit on a throne, because he is the throne. Welcome back, gents. Today, we're diving into the unfiltered truth about why Sigma males are the kings who need no crown, no court, no approval, and definitely no throne. If you've ever felt like you were born to lead your own path, without following the herd or begging for attention, this one's for you. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll see exactly why the Sigma male doesn't chase status, he attracts it. Oh, and before we start, if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're building a brotherhood of independent thinkers who don't wait for permission to level up. All right, let's get into it. 10 reasons why Sigma males are the true kings who need no throne. Number 1. Thrones are for the insecure. Sigmas rule without one. You know what's funny, gents? Most men spend their whole lives trying to prove they're powerful. They crave validation, titles, and positions, like kids fighting over who gets to sit in the front seat. But a Sigma? He doesn't need a throne because his presence is his power. When you're genuinely confident, when you know who you are and what you bring, you don't need a crown to feel royal. People feel your authority without you ever having to announce it. It's that silent dominance that makes people lean in when you speak, even if it's just 5 words. Sigmas don't talk about being kings. They act like it effortlessly. Number 2. He's a one-man empire. While others build kingdoms that rely on servants, followers, or applause, the Sigma builds something greater, self-mastery. He doesn't need a team to validate him. He doesn't need a crowd to hype him up. He knows his greatest asset is his own mind. The Sigma male is his own strategist, warrior, and leader, all in one. He rules himself first, and that's why no one else can rule him. See, a king might need his castle to feel secure. But the Sigma? His mind is his fortress. His habits are his army. And his discipline? That's his crown. That's what makes him untouchable. Number 3. He commands respect without ever asking for it. Respect isn't begged for. It's earned through energy, presence, and consistency. And Sigma males have all 3. They walk differently. They talk differently. They move like they already know something the rest of the world hasn't figured out yet. Because deep down they do. They know that respect doesn't come from dominance or fear. It comes from authenticity. When you're real in a world full of pretenders, people notice. They can't help it. Sigma males don't demand loyalty. People offer it. And that's what separates them from fake kings who rely on ego instead of essence. Number 4. He's dangerous because he's detached. You can't control a man who doesn't need anything from you. And that's the scariest kind of power. A Sigma doesn't crave approval, attention, or validation, which means no one can use those things against him. He can walk away from anything, a job, a relationship, a friendship, if it starts costing him peace. That level of emotional independence? That's lethal. Because the world runs on manipulation. And when you can't be bought, flattered, or guilt-tripped, you become unpredictable, uncontrollable, untouchable. That's why the Sigma is dangerous. He's a storm that answers to no master. Number 5. He leads from the shadows. Here's what makes Sigma males mysterious kings. They don't compete for the spotlight. They control it from the shadows. While everyone else fights for attention, the Sigma studies patterns, watches behavior, and strikes only when necessary. He's strategic, patient, and precise. He doesn't waste time proving he's better. He just is. Think of it like chess. The alpha's too busy flexing as the king piece, while the Sigma plays the game like the invisible hand, moving everything without being seen. The Sigma's not loud, but he's lethal. And by the time you realize he's the one running the board, it's already too late. Number 6. His mind is his throne. While others chase status symbols, the Sigma invests in mental wealth. He knows true power comes from self-awareness and emotional control, not cars, money, or titles. You'll never see him bragging about what he has, because his power isn't external. It's internal. He's constantly learning, evolving, observing, and that's what keeps him ahead of the game. In a noisy world, his silence screams louder than any flex ever could. He rules with logic, intuition, and foresight, all from within. That's not just confidence. That's enlightenment. Number 7. He chooses solitude over the crowd. Most people can't handle being alone, but for the Sigma, solitude is his sanctuary. While the masses chase company to escape themselves, the Sigma uses solitude to find himself. He's not antisocial, he's selective. He knows not everyone deserves access to his energy. Alone time is where he recharges, recalibrates, and refines his mission. It's where he plans his next move, without noise, without distraction, without compromise. You see, a throne makes you dependent on subjects. But solitude? That makes you self-sufficient. Number 8. He doesn't play the game, he redefines it. You can't beat a Sigma by using the same rules everyone else follows. He doesn't play by them. He's the guy who walks away from drama, rewrites the plan, and wins anyway. That's why society doesn't know what to do with him. He's unpredictable. He's not fighting for power, yet he keeps getting it. That confuses people, because we're taught that power comes from domination or control. But the Sigma proves that true power is freedom, the ability to not need control at all. He doesn't rebel for attention. He rebels for truth. And in a world built on illusions, that makes him revolutionary. Number 9. He protects his energy like a kingdom. The Sigma male knows energy is currency. He doesn't waste his on gossip, negativity, or fake connections. He's ruthless with boundaries. If someone disrespects him, they're gone. No drama, no warning, just distance. He knows who deserves his time and who doesn't. Because every minute he gives to the wrong person is a minute stolen from his purpose. He's not cold, he's calculated. And that's why his peace is priceless. Number 10. He rules the only kingdom that matters, himself. At the end of the day, the Sigma doesn't need to rule over anyone. He's already conquered the hardest person to master, himself. That's why he doesn't crave dominance. That's why he doesn't seek validation. That's why he doesn't need a throne. He knows that real kingship isn't about followers. It's about self-control, self-respect, and self-awareness. He doesn't wait for the world to crown him. He crowns himself every morning by choosing discipline, focus, and peace. And that, gents, is the unfiltered truth. So, gents, if you've ever felt like you were built differently, like you don't fit into the hierarchy, like your silence speaks louder than their noise, that's your Sigma energy calling. You don't need validation. You don't need approval. You don't need a throne. Because the man who masters himself rules everything around him. If this hit home, gents, drop a like, share it with a brother who walks his own path, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more Sigma energy every week. Keep moving in silence. Keep leading without needing. And remember, having said that, stay sharp, stay humble, stay Sigma.